Hey Laura, I wasn't expecting you. You feeling okay? Is Emma there, Laura? Or Emma, it's Dennis. It's David. It's David, Laura. Paul. Yeah, yeah. Well, Paul was a bad man. Okay. Um. No, no, no. It's fine. You take care, Laura. Okay.
No, she's at her tennis club. Don't be silly. Texas backhand, they call her. My little champion's going for Allstate this time. Of course, she's gonna have to put the work in. You're too soft on her, Daniel. David, the new boy. Who was one before? Always brought her roses. Paul, that's right. He was always so polite, always would hold the door open for her. I appreciate that. She's always bringing home these boys she meets at the hospital. And I tell you, every time there's something wrong with them, David seems dependable. He's handsome too. Reminds me of you when you were younger and wore those sharp suits. Would you like me to have my daughter call you when she gets back?
These are all my old tennis trophies. Maybe you'll win some of these yourself someday. I think she was happiest when I was a little girl. She always loved to remember that. How so? Oh. Well, you remember to tell them that you don't like that, okay? Don't let them push you around. Where are we going? Oh, no, sweetheart, it's okay. Hey, it's okay. Just clearing out all of Mama's old crap. She kept everything. She has all my old yearbooks. Feels invasive, going through all her private stuff, her bedroom. I don't know, it's just all personal things, like her underwear or hairbrushes or diaries. Yeah. No, 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 no. Hi, everyone. Did you really need to do that? You told me you were gonna have a quiet weekend at home. Now you're showing off my kid for all your work buddies. The weather's always nice in California. Look, I got a lot of boxes I gotta fill. I gotta go. Bye. wanted to be a professional tennis player, but he was only the 10th best tennis player in his state. So sometimes he hits people to make himself feel like he still has that killer serve. Emma meets Paul at work when he comes in to have a torn wrist ligament looked at. This is David. He is a gorgeous young FBI agent. And Emma meets him at work too, where he is very chivalrous and steps in when a drunk patient in the ER calls her a bitch. So Emma stops dating Paul. She's dating David now. But Paul keeps getting drunk and calling Emma up and telling her that he loves her and sometimes that he hates her. And so David, wait a second. David starts watching over Emma's apartment. Every night after they go on a date, the handsome FBI agent sits outside in his car and watches over her while she sleeps. It's very romantic. David doesn't know that Emma knows this, and she doesn't tell him. But you know, it does help her sleep at night. She feels safe. So, one night, after they go out for ice cream, Paul calls, says he wants to come over. And Emma tells him to come, thinking that David will scare Paul off, and that will be that. But when Paul turns up, David waits in the car. And when Emma goes to answer the door, Paul pushes his way in. He argues with her and he cries and he rants and he raves. And Emma gives him a hug because she's a nurse, and that's what nurses do when men cry. And that's when David gets out of his car and comes into the apartment with his pistol drawn. And when he opens the door and he sees Paul and Emma, he doesn't look handsome anymore. He looks angry. Paul steps back and he looks scared. And Emma looks scared too. And David fires his pistol and he shoots Paul in the lung. It takes Paul about 10 minutes to die. Emma could have helped stop the bleeding and maybe he could have lived, but David tells her not to. It was unlikely that Paul would have made it. And sometimes David points out it's better just to let the bad guys die. After watching a guy bleed out together, they get married. That helps make things make sense. Even so, Emma is sure that she'll be scared of David forever and ever.
You waited because you wanted to save me. You wanted to be a fucking knight in shining armor. You look so small on the screen. I love you, David. But I'm not scared of you anymore. Goodbye.
You want anything to drink?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. I'll make myself a nightcap. All work and no play takes care of the dog girl.
But he was only the 10th best tennis player in his state, so sometimes he hits people to make himself feel like he still has that killer serve. Emma meets Paul at work when he comes in to have a torn wrist ligament looked at. This is David. He is a gorgeous young FBI agent. Emma meets him at work too, where he is very chivalrous and steps in when
He's in California for money. Yeah, gigolo. Yeah, that's the word. You made movies. Any that I would have seen? But you stopped. I'm so sorry. No. I mean, it's interesting. Everyone I know was born here. We grew up dressing up as astronauts and rock stars, but we knew eventually we'd end up working at the American Axle. I dream of being a singer, but I I work in a record store, and you came back here from LA. Will you seem real? No, no, no. My mom works at American Axle. My mom's the kind of hippie who shacks up with a retired accountant and moves to Florida. It's very counterculture. I better get some sleep.
Back in California, I knew this group that protested the Diablo Canyon Road, you know, that power plant up there. And I knew them from in and out of Venice, but they impressed me, you know, they really did. And I moved back up here just to reprioritize my life, because I want to do something. Prosecute the criminals. Yeah, exactly. Look, I think Ava's great and all, but she's just like those kids back in the camp. You know, they just want to get together, paint some signs, sing some songs, and then upload it to the internet.
She's young. Yeah, but she isn't stupid.
No, she's bright. I totally get that. But I've been with her to 4 meetings in that Jasmine Center, they're all blowing hot air. You know, I'm not naive enough to think that we can fix this with Facebook.
I saw you at that rally in November. You like causing trouble.
If there's trouble to be had, I'm not going to run away from it.
I used to hang around Venice. Where'd you say you were?
At a hospital off Pacific. That was before I got a job, I guess.
Not Samson.
No. This place made Samson look like a Four Seasons. This guy Harry ran it, his old pills out the back. And he disappeared, and after a while the cops shut it down. So I moved in with these friends of mine who I met at the boardwalk. They had this movie thing going, so I got involved. It became kind of a big deal. It's fun. We made these stupid beach horror films.
No way. Horror movies are my thing. Could you get me a background one?
Nah, it's behind me now. Besides, nobody watches horror anymore. Real life's too crazy. Is that? Oh, that's. I just got the high score.
Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
Boy Scouts.
Really?
No. No, the firearms guy on the sets, on the movie sets, he would take us out to the desert, let us shoot his guns. So.
Right now, why don't we go over there? I have some people.
Yeah, go. Good way. Oh, it's always a lovely night in California. Want to hear a joke? Okay, why do pigeons always fly upside down over Detroit? Because there's nothing worth crapping on. Do what? It's easy. I make sure that it's true. I smile because I like them, and I laugh because they're funny. No, it's real. No? Have you slept with anyone? Don't. Bye.
We used to date back in California, but that's ancient history now. You must be Ava.
You know who I am, but are you Alva's mom?
No, not the maternal type.
Who's Albert? David.
Karen, this is not okay.
Sorry, honey. I was in town and I wanted to call in on you. I saw your van out, but I didn't realize you have company.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this outside.
No, I called first, but you know how I like surprises.
That is odd. Did he tell me someone was coming?
David's never mentioned to Karen.
Well, you know what? Her timing was good, because I'm pretty sure David was about to tell us we're all terrible activists. Yeah.
He hasn't been able to stop talking about the bridge since he came back from Convergence.
Yeah, things got pretty intense.
I'm so sorry, Karen. She's been stalking you on Facebook since I got here, and she's in town, I guess, for a conference or something. So, don't get me started. Is it okay if we just table this for another time? We'll talk later. Is that okay? Just talk, okay?
Yes, of course.